That's right. That's right. Couldn't keep me away. I know y'all thought y'all could keep me away, but you can't keep me away. Oh, I'm back in the driver's seat, baby. Kind of. Appreciate y'all for tuning in and showing love to another edition of the Windy City Breeze Sports Talk Daily. Hit that like button, subscribe to the page. Leave a 5-star review. Y'all know what to do. Oh, I've missed a lot. But I got a bone to pick with this franchise. Because I'm here to tell you exactly why. This is one of the most unserious coaching evaluations I have ever seen in my entire life. Sweet baby Jesus. And we got to talk about a couple new candidates that have gotten added to this list. And why one of those candidates, I'm going to need Tory Taylor to absolutely punt into the moon. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been a little while. But the date is 1/8/2025. It's 6:32 in the evening. And Mr. Media is in the building. Let's go! Won't even do this for nighttime shows. Oh! Wow! Calm those arms down, Meaty. You put those away.
Wacky wave. What was it? The inflatable wacky whale guy? Come get a new car.
Come get some fire steaks over here. What's good, y'all? It's your boy Pat the Designer, back at it again with one more person to feed, so I couldn't stay away too long. You know, these kids are expensive, dog. You know what I'm saying? Crimson, is it 5 a.m. already? No, this is not the morning breeze.
Hey, man. Congrats to you, buddy. Congrats to you.
Thank you. First things first, I appreciate all of you guys who have shown love. I appreciate all of you guys who have sent the text messages, everybody who sent the tweets, everybody who has sent all of the love to me and Maya's way. Paxton is healthy. He's in the NICU, so he's going to be there for a little while. So be a little while till we get him home. But listen, calm down there, Tanner. Jesus.
It's costly.
Very rarely do I get locked in on a comment like that, but that was nuts. No pun intended. But no, man, I appreciate you guys who have shown love and support, man. It's been a wild. When I go in Thursday, it's been a wild 6 days.
Yeah.
But man, we coming through it on the other side, dominating, man, and things will be a little different for a little while. You know what I mean? I'm gonna be at the house a lot. Gotta raise the child. And help the wife. You know what I mean? Listen, I love doing the show, but you know what I mean? You don't leave a freshly pregnant, birthed woman alone. So I'm gonna
hold it down. That's right.
Here, you'll see me here in the home studio a lot. So I appreciate you guys though for showing love. All right, I'm glad I got all that mushy stuff out the way.
On to business.
Oh, Jordan. Yeah, it's dangerous. It's dangerous, dog. Let me tell you this right now. I have not talked sports in a while. You saw what happened in the chat. I got to use the Dan Orlovsky picture.
Yeah.
You saw when Muggsy be trying to debate me. It's been a problem over the last few days because I haven't. Listen, I'm addicted to this sports talk business, dog. Yes. I have a problem. I've been itching. All this Bears news been dropping. You know what I mean? Y'all don't have the freedom that I have, so you can't just drop breaking news videos whenever a new coaching candidate's coming up. I'm ready to drop. And let me just tell you, dog, there's so many names on this list, dog. I thought that freaking listen. I thought the Bears were trying to run the Million Man March.
What are we doing?
I mean, listen. Let me tell you, and I got to talk to Breeze Nation on this. Shout out to Bears Junkie with the super chat. A little something for diapers. Congratulations. Appreciate
a little $10. Okay.
Appreciate that love, man. Appreciate that love. Ain't no little $10. He right. For diapers. Diapers is wild.
Yeah, it is a lot. I ain't gonna lie. You run through them boys
then
quick.
You buy a full pack and you find out that you can't put every diaper on every kid because they be allergic to some of them. Oh, you'll flip a table.
Oh,
I got a full pack of Huggies upstairs right now. I almost punched somebody. Don't worry about it. I got to talk to you guys about why this is the most unserious coaching search that I have ever seen. And it's because we're running back exactly what we did last season for all of these offensive coordinators. We're running back exactly what we did the season before, or 2 seasons before, to bring in Matt Eberflus. We are doing the same things, making the same mistakes, and the Bears have no problems from it. And you hear it in how Ryan Poles speaks about the coaching search that he's going on. There's going to be some names that you're not going to expect on it. Why the heck are there names on the list that I shouldn't expect? Why does your list have, and we will talk about it. We will talk about it. Why does your list have Matt Campbell on it? What does Matt Campbell bring an NFL team as a head coach? Let me run through what we have currently scheduled, the people that we have requested. I'm not going for some of the mystery guys that it's believed that the Bears want to go after. I'm just talking about the guys that are on the list, and we know that the Bears are looking to talk to. Pete Carroll right now on the list. He's scheduled Thursday, January 9th. Aaron Glenn is on the list. He's scheduled Saturday, January 11th. Ben Johnson, he's scheduled Saturday, January 11th. Mike Kafka, what the Kafka is he doing on the list? Giants offensive coordinator, Thursday, January 9th. Drew Petzing, I'll punch somebody. Cardinals offensive coordinator, Wednesday, January 8th. Mike Vrabel was today. I don't know if they've done Petzing. Have they completed Petzing yet? Did they send that tweet out? I didn't see that. They did do Vrabel. I know that. So Mike Vrabel, the Bears have completed his interview today. First round of interviews. Here's who we have requested. Joe Brady from the Bills requested. Thomas Brown, he's in the building. What the Kafka are you requesting? Just walk down the hallway.
We using the head coach as
what the Kafka are you requesting? Walk down the hallway. He's right there.
We can see you.
I see him. Matt Campbell, Iowa State, has been requested. I'll punch you in the throat. Brian Flores, Vikings defensive coordinator, has been requested. Cliff Kingsbury, Commanders offensive coordinator, has been requested. Todd Monken, Ravens offensive coordinator, has been requested. David Shaw, Broncos senior personnel executive. This is why Kid got the goddamn.
I don't know what's wrong with him.
This is why Kid ended up getting the Dan Orlovsky pick with the point when he was like, well, why is he mid? Oh, I broke down a lot of reasons why he's mid. Arthur Smith, Steelers offensive coordinator, has been requested. Anthony Weaver, Dolphins defensive coordinator, has been requested. Anthony Weaver, you remember that dominant Dolphins defense that we saw this season? You remember them taking names and necks?
No.
Remember you don't, do you?
No.
And then one denied interview, Mike McCarthy, the Cowboys basically said, go away. You can't have them. I don't even know if we're going to sign them, but you can't.
At least for a week, I think.
Also, I don't know. I did say Ben Johnson. Okay, I felt like I didn't say Ben
definitely
Johnson.
Ben Johnson. Yeah, definitely.
Here's my problem with this list. Number one, I see what you're doing. You're not, because every one of these guys are not in the running for a head coach. But see what the Bears are doing. Remember how the process went. They interviewed all these people for head coach. Oh, but we also like Thomas Brown, and we interviewed him for OC, so we'll just make him the quarterback's coach in case things go horribly wrong, which they did. We believe that he may be a candidate. We're going to promote him. We're going to promote him again. You're trying to do this front office insulating thing. Get out of the way. Let head coaches pick their staff. It's the point of hiring a head coach if you're not going to let him pick his staff. I see what you're doing. The guys like the Matt Campbells of the world, you don't care about him being the Chicago Bears head coach, but could he be an OC for you? No. Your hope is you're getting Ben Johnson. At least I would think that that's where the Bears are leaning to this point. He's not going to be the OC. We're not trying to insulate with this run-heavy system of Iowa State. Get out of here. I'll punch you in the face.
Jesus.
Like it's a joke of a list for the most part. You got too big of a list. You want to talk to everybody. And here's my biggest problem, JC. Yeah, I haven't been here for a while.
Oh,
we over 300 in the chat. We over 300. Give me a second. We'll get to everybody's opinions in a minute.
All right.
Two biggest problems, actually. Number one, you're not serious Because the first round of interviews, you're doing over Zoom. I might as well have him here on the stream with us, JC. Just create a third box. Here we go. Hold on. We'll drop him right in, right there in the corner. We'll drop a third box in here. You know what I mean? You're not serious. You're doing it over Zoom. Oh, well, logistically, it just works better that way, and we don't have to fly people out. Never. The Patriots are flying people out.
Mm-hmm.
The Kafka New York Jets are flying people out.
Dude, that gets me every time.
What is the coach tickets went up too much? You can't fly people in?
Hey,
you can't bring them in the building?
McCaskey's got to save $1. He's got to save $1, man.
You talked to Mike Vrabel over Zoom probably on the way to New England, where he's basically just going, yeah, sounds great. Get out of here. Shut the Kafka. You can't even bring people in the building and look them in the eye. Can't talk to them face to face. The entire first round of interviews over Zoom. Good job. Oh, well, some people are in the playoffs. We have planes. They're not riding in on the Rochester Red Hens bus. It's not 1949.
Is that the bus that had the Temptations on it or something?
It's not the Globetrotters bus that some white dude was sitting in the front going, what are those dudes doing in the back of the bus? We have planes. In fact, when you're a billionaire, you usually have PJs.
Oh, private jets. But
for
in this
those
case,
of you, yes. Well, for the Bears, it may be pajamas.
George is in his jammies doing interviews.
For the Bears, it may be pajamas.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, like, what did the tickets get a little pricey for you? Couldn't get that deal with United because you got beef with Jerry? Like, what's the let's be serious about this. And then not only are we conducting this on Zoom, JC. Now, I realize this rant is getting a little lengthy here, but this is the part that really gets under my skin.
You haven't been here.
Let me talk about the list of people. And I thought this article was phenomenal by Adam Johns, just really raking the Bears over the coals. I just love this. Let's talk about the people who are interviewing the coaching candidates. Now, there's some names I need on there, right? Ryan Poles, he's on there. General manager. You know what I mean? Ian Cunningham. Now, he's getting in there where he fits in because, remember, he's doing general manager interviews.
Mm-hmm.
So he's kind of there where he can be. He may not be a part of this process because, or I should say, as much a part of this process because he may have to go and interview his own coaches for his own team if he ends up getting hired, right? So you got that
third rounder. Yeah.
George McCaskey in the building. Hey, you know what? I'm okay with it. Owns the team. Talk to him.
All right.
I mean, listen, if he throws an F-bomb your way, if he throws a Kafka your way, maybe don't get offended. Yeah. Mom will be okay. I promise. By the way, shout out to Mrs. McCaskey, 102 years old.
102.
My son born the exact same day that Mrs. McCaskey was born, and the Bears won on that day.
Packers.
And he beat the Packers for that 5th dominant win of the season.
You dang right.
You shut your mouth. Kevin Warren's in these interviews. Understandable. Okay. President of the team.
Makes a lot of sense. Makes a lot of sense.
Director of Football Administration, Matt Feinstein, and Senior Director of Player Personnel, Jeff King, in the building. Love it. Okay. What a list. All right, let's stop there. No, there's more.
Oh.
Okay. Liz Geist, the Bears' longtime human relations boss, who now has an executive VP position. Okay. I don't really, you know,
all right, guys.
I guess, you know, keep pants up, you know, don't do anything that'll get you a HR violation. Yeah, I mean, no hands going their sweet cheeks in the office. It's not the 50s anymore. No, you know what I mean? But okay, HR's in the building. We're good. We're going to stop there. Oh, no, we're not. We've got our senior leadership here with the Bears also. This is per Ryan Poles. It's what he calls his interview panel. Our senior leadership here with the Bears is also everyone that's gone through the league training in terms of inclusivity and sound hiring practices that the league puts in place. And as we move forward in our process, they will have time to spend with our candidates, especially as we get down to the finalist group. How many people is that?
Soup Campbell in there?
How many people is that? I don't even think Soup Campbell works for the organization anymore.
No.
How many people is that, though? That sounds like something that's sent out in a company email. Like, hey, did you take this training? We're going to get in on this training. Everybody spending time with Vrabel. So I mean, at a minimum right now, we're up to, let's say minimum, we're up to 20 people on this Zoom call.
It's all for the DEI, okay? It's all for the DEI.
Listen, I would love it for the DEI, but we already got a black guy in the building. we interviewed him. I hope. We don't have it scheduled yet, though. He's not there. He's left.
Jesus Christ.
Let's keep it going. Let's see, because
there's more?
Surely it ends there. Surely it's done. Nope. Polls also included that some of the team's SVP group on the business side will be a part of these interviews as well. A lot of them, like Karen Murphy, one of our chief operating officers, but has been here over 20 years, and they have insight into the organization. All of these interviews and all of these interviews they go both ways. It's not only us interviewing the candidates, but the candidates are interviewing us. So now we got to talk to the chief operating officer of the Chicago Bears to figure out.
That's right.
What the Bears organization is. I'll tell you what the Bears organization is.
Oh, taking the glasses. Oh, wait, hold on.
I've watched this Bears organization my entire life. The Bears organization is the most unserious organization in the NFL. Everything that they do is a joke. Every decision they make turns out to be the wrong decision, and it has been that way for the past 25 years, even when you made the Super Bowl. And I love Lovey. Shout out to him for getting us the first overall pick. Major decision going into that game. Who's the quarterback? Rex Grossman is our quarterback. Oh, how'd that work out? Quarterback. How'd that work out for you? Moving forward, we don't want to give Lovey a long-term deal. He can't lock down an offensive coordinator. Okay, we're moving on from Michael McCaskey. We're going to go to George McCaskey. Oh, George has the answers. Mom is pissed off. Let me tell you right now. She is a 92-year-old woman. She's upset. And I understand it, and you're going to see change. I haven't seen an inch of change in the organization since those words came out of his mouth 10 years ago. So we don't need the candidates to know what the organization is. Everyone knows what the organization is. Your job is to change what the organization is. I don't need Soup Campbell in the interview. I've been talking for 18 minutes here. I apologize to Jason.
No. I
apologize, bro.
This is how long he's been gone. He's had all this built up for the last week.
It's just a joke, bro. I'm sitting here watching more names pile up than there are in the goddamn hospital with me.
Bro.
I can't do it, and it makes no sense. You've got all of these names. You have all of these candidates. You have all of these people talking. There are 4 people that are important in that room, and there are 4 people that are important on this list. And dare I say, if you get any of the 4 right, you probably fix some of the problems with this team.
Mm-hmm.
And you're going to run 90% of them away because they're football people and you're a joke. This is not serious.
Here's what I'll say. First of all, I love the rant. A+ rant, because yes, you can see the comparison or the connection between the unnecessariness of the people that they have in the building for the interview process. It's also the amount of people that they have on the head coaching list. I've said this before when we were talking about people in certain roles or maybe taking on more responsibility. Less is more. And in this case, you can apply that to both of these situations you just mentioned. You got the people in the building that should be in the meeting for the head coaching search. You have Ryan Poles, you have Kevin Warren. Sure, George McCaskey, he can sit his butt in the background and say, oh, okay, I like the way this is going.
He owns the team. We may not like him, but he can talk.
I'm fine with that. Yeah, okay, let him talk a little bit. Just don't make sure you don't meddle, all right? I don't want to meddle. Right? Just be in the background.
And got a medal for you. Mom's pissed off.
I got medals, yeah. Oh my goodness! It's overdoing everything just because you think you're impressing other people. You think you're impressing the organization. You think you're impressing the fan base by getting all of these names just compiled together. And so we're going to do our due diligence. No, less is more. Just go to the people that you know are your top candidates. I said before, get about 5 people that you know that you want in the building. If it's Vrabel, if it's Flores, if it's Mike McCarthy, who's getting denied right now, if it's Ben Johnson, if it's Joe Brady, or if it's Pete Carroll, get about 5 or 6 of those guys that you know are really going to be the finalists for the head coaching job. And that's it. Like, what are we talking about with the Petsings and the whatever Kafka? What, like you said, what in the Kafka are we doing? That's the part that I'm trying to figure out. Like, what is the purpose of bringing every single person on the earth? Heck, I'll come in for a head coaching job. Can I get one? Why in the world are you interviewing Thomas Brown when you know that he will not be getting the head coaching job? He already had his showing. He was 1-4. Thankfully, he beat the Packers.
I don't know that.
What do you mean?
I'm telling y'all.
Hey.
I am telling you, please listen to me. They love Thomas Brown.
They can love him. I loved him. You know what I'm Mike Tomlin, baby.
You may be praying that he's Tomlin next season.
Oh.
I'm telling you, they love him in that building. And listen, for good reason.
No, of course.
You didn't win it. You didn't win the games. He's got the mindset of a head coach. He didn't pan out.
Yes, he does.
He should not be your head coach.
No, he
going
shouldn't.
into next season. He shouldn't be.
You're absolutely
right. I get
right.
why you would love him. Yeah. There are better people available. Shout out Paulie G with the super chat. Says sad part is Bears are going to mess it up again. They haven't hired a good coach since Lovey. They're also cheapskates too. Shaking my head.
I mean, well, apparently they're saying they're going to open up the checkbook. There is no price that's too big. We'll see about that as well.
Here's my thing, and this has been my beef since I've been away for the 5 days. And I want to get y'all opinion on this in the chat. I want to get your opinion on this, JC. To me, the list of guys that are real head coaching options, I believe is short. You're interviewing all of them, right? But I believe it's short. My problem with where this Bears team is heading is it feels like you're going to try and do exactly what the report was that you want a front office who is going to be picking candidates. That's what this feels like when I see Matt Campbell, when I see David Shaw, when I see Anthony Weaver, when I see Brian Flores. These are guys you may think, because what if Brian Flores doesn't get another job? Does he go back with the Vikings? Does he leave the Vikings and move on? He probably goes back with the Vikings, but now he's interested in your team. What if he don't get a head coach job? What if David Shaw wants to get back into coaching and become an OC? Matt Campbell wants to get into the NFL. You're trying to pick Mike Kafka. You're trying to pick the next OC or DC that is going to come along with whoever it is you realistically pick. If you pick Pete Carroll, who's going to be the OC? Probably Thomas Brown. He's in the building. Which I'm not mad at Thomas Brown as OC. I like Thomas Brown as OC.
Yeah, but they're giving him an interview for head coach.
I get it.
Why are we wasting time?
They gave him an interview for head coach when they made him the quarterback's coach. Or I'm sorry, for OC when they made him the quarterback's coach.
That's true. Why are we wasting time?
Because that's what this front office does, and that's what scares me the most. That's what I believe they're looking to do. We're sitting here trying to have a conversation on who's going to be the guy that we're going to hire to come help you. That scares me.
That's the problem. That's the problem with this. Or like you said, that's the problem with this organization. They're good with wasting time. My thing is just get down to business. Like when you look at it, and by comparison, you see what the Dallas Cowboys did. They said, "Hey, you want to interview him? No, okay. We're blocking you. We're denying you from interviewing Mike McCarthy right now.
Yeah,
we got other things that we got to take care of. You're not interviewing.
Depending on what McCarthy's a free agent. So depending on what McCarthy does,
probably, if they don't sign him, he'll definitely get a chance next week, I believe is what I heard. If they don't sign him, he'll be back on the block. But my thing is, you be more decisive. Like, don't look cute and think that, oh, you're impressing everybody here because you have this laundry list of names and you're doing your due diligence. Again, that doesn't impress me. It doesn't wow me that you're just compiling this list. Narrow it down, get down to business, make sure you make the right decision for this organization moving forward, and that's it.
Yeah, listen, to me, the fact that, and I mean, listen, you also have to have a conversation on the Chicago Bears bringing in 2 new candidates. All right, now you're talking about you requested Cliff Kingsbury. We kind of knew that was going to happen. I don't know why it took so long to request that. Maybe you got to go through a longer process if a team is in the playoffs, although you requested Buffalo. So I don't really know what the answer is on that one. But you requested Cliff Kingsbury to now do an interview. You also added Matt Campbell from Iowa State. We saw this tweeted out by Potsy today. Mark Potash dropped this news. I mean, listen, and again, it all goes into the same point of you're looking to have this massive list of candidates. You've got too many ingredients in the soup, and you've got too many cooks in the kitchen, and you're expecting to come out with a masterpiece. Instead, you're going to come out with something that's too salty, too much garlic, too much onion. You're just sitting there. They're gonna throw some steak bites in there, but then all of a sudden, Ian Cunningham, he's interviewing for GM jobs. He's coming back in. He's adding chicken. He don't know this.
I'd knock him out if he ever did that.
I mean, like, listen, now all of a sudden we got what was the name that I dropped out there? Liz Geist, who is now an executive vice president from Human Relations. She's coming through. She don't like chicken or steak. She's throwing shrimp in the pot.
No, we get a little surf and turf. No, I'm good. Jesus,
surf, turf, and yardbird.
Oh,
the barnyard pimp. Shout out to him.
Oh, okay.
I know a lot of names for chicken. I don't know if that's
here's my thing.
Or not.
Here's my thing with the whole Cliff Kingsbury dilemma as well. How do you know he's actually up for trying to be a head coach? Because he isn't that far removed from his tenure with Arizona. And I mean, they just had a really, mind you, a decent season in Washington, a really good season, making the playoffs. So who's to say that he actually wants to leave that road that he's in now, where he has been looking successful? So again, that goes to, are you wasting your time even, bringing this guy up? I understand the connection that you have with Caleb Williams. He was an offensive analyst at USC, his Heisman year. I get all of those connections, but again, we're talking about just wanting the best. If you know that as a head coach, Cliff Kingsbury wasn't at his best, and probably in a lesser role, he's good, why are you wasting time bringing him in the building?
But I think here's the thing, right? Cliff is a legitimate candidate to me. I don't want him to be, but I think that he is a legitimate candidate. He's somebody who has done a great job as an OC. I think that's what he is. And because you do a great job as an OC, just like Josh McDaniels, you get opportunities. Cliff, I think, is a legitimate option here in Chicago. Joe Brady, Pete Carroll, Ben Johnson, Mike Vrabel. There's your 5.
Yeah.
There's your 5. Now, more than likely, it feels like, at least how it feels, 2 of those 5 are probably saying no. It feels like you're probably not in the Joe Brady race. It feels like you're probably not in the Cliff Kingsbury race based on how he talks. I got to make sure I put these fingers down the right way. Based on how he's talking about.
Oh boy. I'm sorry. That just threw me off.
Shout out for the super chat word is Joy Taylor leads for the head coach. We're not going there. We're not talking that. We wilding there.
That's top tier. That's top tier. That's top tier.
Mark from the ceiling. Wow. Take that with you, Joy.
On the top rope.
On the top rope. Jesus. It feels like those 2 are out, though. I would say probably there's a chance, and probably a strong chance, you don't want Carroll. He's probably in your second-tier guys. So you really got Ben Johnson and Mike Vrabel. I think are your top 2 names. Mike Vrabel feels like a Patriots guy.
Yeah, I was about to say, I think that's all said.
I don't know if he is or not, but the fact that you Zoom interviewed him might piss him off a little bit. So it feels like a Patriots guy.
He probably cursed you out. Yeah.
What am I doing? I don't know how to work the camera. So you really are looking at, to me, Ben Johnson. If Ben Johnson says no, Now you're in Arthur Smith territory. Now you're in Pete Carroll territory. Now you're in Todd Monken territory.
I ain't gonna lie. I'll take Todd Monken over Pete Carroll.
Good. I'm good.
You're good? You good on a Monken?
I like him. Yeah, you know I like some Monken. Take that for what you will.
Okay. I don't have flags.
Take that for what you will. You know I like some Monken. Trying to get to you and that Monken.
No, he's a Chicago guy. He's got that same type of youthful vigor.
I hear you. But I'm good.
All right.
He's clearly your second tier range.
You know, he is.
Those are I gave you kind of your first tier guys. I think Carroll's somebody you can consistently come back to. I think that he's legitimately somebody who will be in the running. And then, of course, Thomas Brown, I think, is in that second tier range as well. My point in all of this is it feels like, number one, you're not serious about the Zoom thing. I'm ready to flip a table over that in general. And I know some people are like, that's not that big of a deal. Yet teams that are supposedly worse than you are willing to fly people in to talk with them face to face like men.
Yeah. That's the way it should be.
Listen, no matter what you say, it's always better. There's always a vibe that is given off through face to face. Our show is completely different when we're together than when we're doing it over Zoom.
Honestly, yeah.
Or over StreamYard, because we can feel the vibe off of each other. You don't get to do that over this whole StreamYard Zoom process. And so for me, it's just like the conversation of the Bears continuing down the same path. Why I believe that this is unserious is because I saw you do this with the offensive coordinator group last season. I saw you do this when you hired Matt Eberflus. You had all these names, all these guys that you're excited about, and you go get the dude that's about to get fired. You haven't changed.
Yeah. I like that.
Who you are.
What does Tanner say?
Tanner said, you think they have Vrabel on a Zoom call, though, hashtag disrespectful.
Absolutely.
Sure. For sure. I guarantee you, he was on a plane to the job that he's about to take. You know, when you ever had a job interview where you don't want the job, but you just need to practice interviewing?
Mm-hmm.
I bet you Vrabel was just out of practice.
I
ain't did an interview in about 6 years, dog.
Yeah, hit up George real quick.
Hit up George. What George got going through? Hey, George, let me do a little practice interview. I'm on a plane. Where you headed? New England. Talking to them in 15 minutes. I need to get this out of the way. It's sad, man. It's sad. It's irritated me the entire time that I've been out. And it just continues to feel like the Bears are going to end up with a second tier list, which, if I'm being real, ain't that bad of a list. There's a lot of ways for you to not mess this up.
Yeah.
A lot of ways for you to not Kafka this up. Number one is don't pick Kafka.
Don't even have him on the list.
But your next list of guys, because I don't know if Mike McCarthy gets a deal done there.
No,
the
he could be
next list of guys are Pete Carroll, who will come in here and who will win. I'm telling you that now. Todd Monken, Cliff Kingsbury. I don't know if Kingsbury on it. Arthur Smith. Arthur Smith can win. I don't like him as a head coach.
Scared of Arthur. Yeah.
I wouldn't want him as my head coach.
Yeah.
But Arthur Smith can do things that help you win. Like, I don't think you're in the worst situation. Then, of course, like we talked about, Mike McCarthy possibly next week if it ends up being that. I don't. Like, there's still a list of guys that can help you be successful. But the problem is that list seems more realistic than the 76 names that the Bears have going on here. Shout out to Mark Geiter. Said, hi, guys from England. Shout out to Love from across the pond. And congratulations on the new baby boy. Appreciate you, Mark. Appreciate you, Mark. He's a Bears fan through. Shoot, he might be a Bear, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. Dog, listen, this boy got some big feet, big hands.
I saw the pictures, man. Bro. Yeah,
bro.
Hey, that's the next lineman we need.
Dog, he might be a big boy.
Matter of fact, tell him to hurry up and grow so we can sign him next year.
He might be a big boy, brother. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm sitting here looking at this boy. I'm like, Jesus, like, where do you get this from? But anyway, man, look, I'm not small. But You know, I didn't start off massive, but anyway, congrats on a new baby boy. Bears are showing they have no clue by having so many names. Should be 5 at max. No, here's the thing. Should be 5 by now.
Right.
You should start off with this list.
I'll take that.
This is the list you start with.
Yeah.
When you fired Matt Eberflus a month and a half ago, this is the list you start with. Today, we should be talking about 5 people. There's going to be some guys on this list that you didn't. Shut up.
You wouldn't believe this. Wait,
there's going to be some guys on this list that you wouldn't believe. Why? Why?
Why is that a good thing?
What is Matt Campbell giving you insight into? What are you learning from David Shaw? I'm all for getting getting a feel for it, right? When Vrabel came out, I said you should be interviewing, understand kind of what people want, what people are looking at on the market, what people are saying about you. I'm all for turning over every stone, leaving no stone unturned, right? That's the saying. I'm all for that.
Yeah.
I don't need you to flip the leaves. I don't need you to flip over the logs. I need you to flip all the stones. I don't need you checking the river. We're looking at the stones. I don't need you in the trees checking the bird eggs. I'm looking for stones unturned.
We still in bird eggs now.
I don't need you checking the acorns in the tree to see if the squirrel is well stocked. I need you flipping stones. Leave no stone unturned. You're looking in too many places. Steve-O said there's stones in the river too.
We're not looking for those. We don't need wet stones.
I'm not looking for sediment, Steve-O. Looking for stones here. That was pretty good, Steve. I'm not gonna lie to you. There's stones in the river.
That's hilarious.
That was pretty good.
You know what? No, to your point though, like you mentioned earlier, and I think that actually is a fair point about this whole process is when you look at serious organizations or serious teams that actually bring these guys in and take the time to actually bring them face to face, there's a connection that is added to that. There's just a little bit more. I don't know, how do you say, je ne sais quoi, when you do it that way, little you know, little parsley,
garnish on top of the steak.
Yeah. You know, that's the what do you call it? The parsley that's you put
shallots on the steak there.
Yes. That's the little flavor you add. That's the finishing touch. When you do it over Zoom, there's a loss of connection, in my opinion. There's just that you just don't have that added flavor. And so I feel like if you're rushing into this process of just trying to get all these guys, no, you're going to lose out. Because again, my mentality, if I'm a head coach or if I'm a possible candidate for head coach, I'm going to say, well, why can't I come in the building? Or why aren't you taking the time to let out the red carpet for me? You know, impress me. Do all the things you need to do. If I'm Ben Johnson, I better not be on a Zoom call. I need the red carpet for real.
Yeah.
If I'm your number one candidate, get me in the building. Let me see what's going on in this organization. Walk me around the facilities. Do everything you got to impress me. And then put out that paycheck and say, put your number down there. What do you want?
The Bears feel like a slumlord. Not like a slumlord. You talk. I don't know if anybody, right? You've been apartment hunting, and some people you end up in the building, unfortunately. But like, you know, something's wrong with the dude you're talking to.
Yeah.
Like, okay, can I see the apartment? Yeah, but you know, man, we got we cover the water bill, and then you know, in the wintertime we put heaters in all of the windows to make sure that every room is heated evenly. We got steam here. Yeah, I like. Can I see the apartment though? Hey, listen, you want to know what's crazy though? The view out the back side. I mean, phenomenal. Phenomenal. Like it's a great view. I think that there's a lot of things. What's going on upstairs, man? It looks like you got some people in the apartment already. They up there painting everything white, which also fits the NFL. Because man, talk about getting the Rooney Rule out the way with some of these teams. Jesus. Hey. Yesterday was a tough day for brothers in the league. I'm not gonna lie to you, though. I was like, Dog, get them all out here, huh?
I don't know. I feel like Pierce should have got another shot.
Hey, there's a lot of people I feel like should have got a shot, but I digress. But what's going on up there? Are they painting the outlets? Are they? Or is that what we doing? Spray painting the entire cabinets? Yeah, I mean, but can I see the apartment? Man, listen, they got a dog park 3 blocks up, and they're even putting in a Starbucks next to the $4 store.
Starbucks, you say?
Starbucks coming in next to the $4 stores up the block. If there's more than $3 stores in a 3-block radius, you're in the hood. That was the point.
That Starbucks gonna get shot up.
Like, yeah, I mean, like it's the Bears feel like slumlords. Like, hey, we want to see what's going on in there. No. We can keep the camera right here.
Hey, look over there, not over here.
Hold on. Where's that? I still got that mug. I don't even know if I still got that thing set up over here. I don't think I do. Dang it! I was gonna do that zoom in cam where it's like, I don't have it set up no more. But no, man, like just like hey, man, you know, can I see the apartment, brother? Can I? No, man, right here. Look me in the face. You look me right here. This what you get, brother.
Don't look around.
What you need to see the apartment for? I'm trying to see
what I'm paying for.
It's just sad, bro. And to me, honestly, I'm gonna be real with you. I've said this. We've said this in the chat, and I've said it a lot, but I haven't been able to say it on stream or on podcast. Feels like they're gonna get it wrong.
That was going to be my next question. With all of this mess going on, with the amount of candidates that they're drumming up, do you think that it's somehow, some way, they're going to get Kafka in the building? It's going to be Kafka. It's going to be Kafka.
Does this process feel serious?
No.
To anybody in this chat, does this feel like a real organizational process? Because it doesn't to me. It feels like you're just doing like it feels like they want you to confuse activity with accomplishment.
Here's what I think, though.
There's a lot of activity happening in here. What are you accomplishing?
I don't think they realize what a real process is. You're not looking at other organizations and copying the better ones in the league. That's your problem. Is your ego is allowing you to think that, okay, well, we can do it this way still, and we'll get it done right. No, you won't. You'll get it done wrong as usual.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, like it feels like this is not. Heck, I'd even take if you did it how the Jets are doing. At least they're flying people in. It doesn't feel serious, and if it doesn't feel serious to me, Joe Schmo, Pat the designer, who just goes up to Hallis. I'm not getting interviewed for the job. I'm not having a conversation with Ryan Poles about this. I'm not sitting. I ain't even get the time. I'm kind of pissed. I'm not pissed. I'm glad my son is here, but the timing was tough. The timing was like, brother, come on now. I needed to be up there for these interviews.
That would be. Yeah.
I had some questions for Poles and Warren that they were not going to be
nice. That would have been nice.
But yeah, I mean, like if we're being honest about this, if it feels unserious to us, or it feels familiar even to us, what is it going to feel like to somebody who's been a part of real NFL organizations? Because I'll tell you this, Pete Carroll's been a part of a championship organization. Ben Johnson and Aaron Glenn, they're a part of a real NFL organization. Hey, I'll give you a Mike Vrabel. I think the Titans do a lot of things wrong, but I think he's somebody who doesn't take the BS. Joe Brady's a part of a real organization.
Mm-hmm.
Flores, a part of a real organization. Kingsbury, a part of a real organization. Monken, a part of a real organization. Do you think that they're going to look at what you're doing here and say you're serious? Because I don't think it's serious. And it feels like you're going to end up with, I keep telling y'all, do not be surprised if Thomas Brown is a finalist. Do not be surprised if you're talking about Arthur Smith as the Chicago Bears' next head coach. Because nobody else took you seriously. By the way, Arthur Smith, a part of a real organization right now. Also was a part of a championship level organization.
If Thomas Brown is a finalist, I don't know what I'd do.
You're gonna sit there and you're gonna start calling them.
I'm not gonna call him anything. Hey, Kaplan already killed that for me. I'm not calling him.
That really destroyed that for you. Cap's opinion shouldn't have that much effect on your opinion.
It bothered me. It bothered me.
Said
if you go 5-0, He said, if you go 5-0, it would be less than 0% chance I'd bring him back. Like, all right,
you died after that. Like, it's like, what happened? I thought he was Tomlin.
No, not at all. But if you're telling me that you saw the product that was out there, and of course he was thrown into a really bad situation. Not going to sit here and say I think it was all on him. He was thrown into the fire. Like, what else are you going to do?
Stuff would look different next year if he was brought back.
I believe that, and maybe that's what they're thinking. But again, that's small. That's macro. That's one of the things Captain said is you're thinking micro. If you're thinking that way, you need to think macro. You need to look at the bigger picture. Even if you give him a better chance and start over fresh, is there somebody else that can actually maximize the potential of Caleb better than a Thomas Brown can at head coach? Like the Ben Johnsons, like the Vrabels, like the Carrolls. Like, that's my thing is you're bringing somebody in here to not only change the culture, but to make sure that the guy that you picked, your most talented quarterback probably ever in history, can be just that, your most talented quarterback ever in history eventually and get you to the promised land.
Yeah.
So that's another issue is all of these names, can they do that? I don't think so. That's another reason why you're wasting your time.
Taking a chance, you're taking guesses. That's how it feels to me. I don't know. I don't believe it. I mean, at this point, you might as well interview.
Oh,
can I get a head coaching interview? Oh, God, they're going to get this wrong. I'm back, baby. Still going to be, a little bit sporadic. Wifey comes home from the hospital tomorrow.
Okay.
So I probably will not be doing a ton of content tomorrow, but Jordan JC,
hold it down.
P Kid, hold it down. First off, I need everybody in the chat. I got to say this on the stream because there's moments where, you be like, I don't know, I might be able to cut all of these guys and just do this myself. I'm joking. I'm kidding. Calm down there, meeting.
David Ruffin over here.
I want to clap it up for the team real quick. Do I got enough?
Yeah. Clap it up. You got Kobe White.
Clap it up. Clap it up.
Oh, not that.
Whoa. We said we left a few farts in there.
There it is. I want everybody to throw a clap, throw some hundreds in there for the team, man, because the job that y'all did while I was away was absolutely phenomenal.
Appreciate you, man.
Shout out to PK dropping some solo videos.
Yeah, PK dropped some really good stuff.
How y'all handled the Daily Show, I thought that you guys were amazing. You really showed how dominant y'all are. You know what I mean? And why we gonna be a great team together.
Trying to take after you, man. You laying the foundation, man. We just trying to follow in your footsteps, bro. Man, you leading the way. We trying to be great.
No, 100%. But appreciate you guys, man. Appreciate you guys for tuning in and showing love and holding it down with the team as well. Shout out to everybody showing love to the kid, man. He'll be home soon.
Oh yeah.
And I'll be sleepless. You know how that goes. Listen, you don't know how that goes, bro.
You really gonna be putting content out
all
there.
The people out there that oh boy, I'm gonna be sleepy. I'm already knowing.
The morning breeze is gonna be this bad.
Morning breeze is gonna be a little rough. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's
gonna have coffee every day. God.
We're gonna show Jordan JC how to run this show solo because there's gonna be some morning breezes.
I'm not gonna lie.
Designer ain't gonna make. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm letting you know right now.
I understand, my brother. I understand.
No, man. Hit that like button, subscribe to the page, leave a 5-star review. Y'all know what to do. For Mr. Media himself, Jordan JC, it's your boy Pat the Designer, back at it again. Y'all stay safe out there, Chicago. Bad down, one love, peace.
You know what this interview process is?
What?
Pure and utter distraction.
Thank you.
Cheeks.
Yeah, that's how it looks. That's how this interview process looks. Thank you. Love you, brother. How's he kissing the freaking?
I have no idea.
Kissing the reporter. What's going on there? Congrats on the starting left tackle for the Chicago Bears. Hey, I'll pull the Eli. My son couldn't play left tackle for the Chicago Bears. They're not putting no left guard next to him.